Custis Fuller, who is representing the Governor General. My friend, Minister Mackenzie, who didn't tell you that he's representing the Prime Minister and he's here in his own right. Leader of Opposition and President of the People's National Party, Mr. Mark Golding. My Custis of St. Andrew. Deputy Mayor Delroy Williams. Members of Parliament, including my own Member of Parliament, Julian Robinson, and former Mayor and Member of Parliament, Angela Brown-Burke. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, councillors and staff members of the KSAMC, and I also should say former councillors, because once a councillor, always a councillor. Residents of Kingston St. Andrew and Miss JCD Festival Queen for Kingston and St. Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Let me just start with a little bragging rights. It is an honor and an extreme honor to be here as mayor. Last year Christmas, Minister, I was in the crowd as minority leader. And my Christmas wish then was to become mayor. And it happened. Don't know what the leader of opposition Christmas wish is. But let me remind you that this is a civic event and not a political one. So I won't run any more joke this one. I also want to say that I'm happy to be here as mayor so I can wish the most honorable Portia Simpson Miller a happy birthday. And also, I'm not one of those persons who speak about their family a lot because you leave them in the background, because sometimes you have to take the bruise. But I had invited family members here a month ago, and she reminded me that yesterday would have been her wedding anniversary, the second one. So I had given up on it. Little did I know that Audrey had invited Shanzi and Nino here tonight. And Shanzi, everybody wants to see you, so you have to stand up. And Nino, both of you have to stand up. All right? Good, good. But it's a joy to see you. Didn't know I would have seen you. I spoke today and you didn't say a word. But I think that was a surprise. Christmas is a time for sharing and giving. And what we try to do today is to bring back the true meaning of Christmas. And I'm not suggesting that others wasn't reflecting on the true meaning of Christmas, but we went in a special way to see how best we can deal with it. And I want to start off my presentation talk about how we help the less fortunate amongst us. And apart from having this event, there are two staple events that we will be having over this period. And I'm not going to suggest that it started with me. I know Minister Mackenzie did it, former Councillor Angela Brown-Burke did it, former Mayor and former Mayor Delroy Williams did it, and I'm continuing that fine tradition. On Christmas Day, we will be visiting the homes, the Mary Atkins Night Shelter and the Desmond Mackenzie Transitional Center, and the councillors of KSAMC and staff will be feeding the less fortunate amongst us. We will be going to the Denham Town home, I think it's on the 23rd, and doing the same thing. And on New Year's Day, we will be having right inside here, along with our junior counselors, where we feed the homeless population. And we are reaching out to these persons to bring a little joy to Christmas. The next thing I want to speak about is law and order at Christmas. And it should not only be at Christmas, but right through. And we have been working at the KSAMC with the police, with the vendors, with the National Solid Waste Management Authority, the NWC, to see how best we can bring the place in a way which commands, I would say, more persons to come downtown. And one of the aspects we have done was to see how best we get vendors to conform to where they are supposed to be. And I want to big up the vendors tonight, because they have been working with us to achieve the goal. And if you drive now, and I say drive deliberately, on Haywood Street, on Princess Street, on Beckford Street, you can see cars moving, I would say, smoothly going by. And I want to say to the vendors especially, if we achieve law and order downtown, more business will come to you downtown. And that is what I'm all about. If we achieve law and order downtown, if there's any unfortunate incident, the police can attend to you in a most swift way, and the fire brigade or anything can attend to you. And those are what we are set out to achieve. And I just implore you that we should continue that. And I just cite Orly God, my friend, Executive Director of the National Solid Waste Management, and my partner in this mission. Welcome, Orly. There's another thing I want to speak to you about, which is my pet peeve. And my personal commitment for Christmas is, let us keep it clean. What do I mean by that? The acts that come up here should be clean. We should conduct this exercise in a clean way. We should also containerize our garbage and put it down for the solid waste truck to come, and we will maintain a clean environment. That is what I mean by clean. So I'm suggesting to you that, and I'm talking to the vendors especially, we are on a mission to have Kingston clean. I have seen improvement, because if you go around this parade and if you go down King Street, it is swept twice a day. But there's much more to be done. There's much more to be done by our own business operators. There's much more to be done by the users of this park. And I'm suggesting you that let's start this Christmas in keeping Kingston and St. Andrew clean. It is customary to have this event every December, as I've indicated before. And I've tried to see if we could keep it in the early part of December. Unfortunately, the funds didn't come in early because the original date was the 5th of December, Minister. And one of the reasons why we want to keep it early, we want to showcase Kingston early and get persons down here early to start their shopping. Because we know that Kingston is, Christmas time is a busy time. And there are some people who want to shop early. There are some people who want to do it late. And there are some people who want to party. And I'm saying this, that we have reached out to our promoters and we have been talking to them. There are a set of events that will be held at the stadium from the 21st right back up to New Year's Day. And the police and all the stakeholders have been meeting with the promoters to make sure that the logistics are okay. We, the Kingston and St. Andrew, want to be the facilitators. We don't want to be seen as persons who only collect fees. We want to show that we are working, and there was a famous thing, say working, 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 to make sure that you believe that we have earned the fees. And I'm suggesting to all the promoters, don't wait until the last minute. Come early, because by minimum, it should 10 days before your event you should apply. I know that the entertainment is on, and we had deliberately asked to hold the crowd and to make persons more understand and see the showcase of Christmas. But now I'm going to ask that some persons to join me on stage to help us to bring in light the trees and the other lights. I'm going to invite Miss Festival Queen, Danger Harris. Thank you. I'm asking Robert to do it for me.
Thank you, Your Worship. While the Festival Queen comes up, we're going to invite the Honourable Minister Desmond Mackenzie to join us on stage. Invite Mr. Mark Golding to join us on stage. Invite Custos Fuller to join us on stage. And Deputy Mayor Delroy Williams to join us on stage. Both custodies to join us on stage. Honorable Ian Forbes to join us on stage. The Mayor has instructed me to issue certain instructions. And there are certain phrases that you have been assigned. So the first microphone goes to Deputy Mayor Delroy Williams, who will be joined by then we have the Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Mark Golding. Honourable Minister Desmond Mackenzie will be supported by our Festival Queen. And then the Mayor.
What the cost is it? No, man. What are you? You can decide. No, you come on. You say let there be water.
Oh, let there be water.
Let there be water and the fountain will come out.
So, let me whisper to them. I'm going to whisper to them what they must say. So, we say that the Leader of the Opposition. Yeah, you would say that they will not do so. That's right. Mayor, you know your law. Check. Up the mics, please. Up the mics.
Let there be light in the east.
Let there be light in the south.
Let there be light in the west.
Let there be water.
I think that
Let there be light in the north.
escorted to the tree, where they will be taking their photographs for the first lighting of our Christmas tree. I don't hear anybody cheering for this Christmas tree. No, I love the Christmas tree. Yeah! So we'll allow the official party to head to the tree. And by the way, the lights are on and the fountain is up, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for you to take your photos during the next segment of the show. So I'm inviting as the party makes their way to the tree.